Listen, I'm excited to be up here and looking forward to great things happening. I tell you, this is almost my 29th year in the company. I can't even believe how time flies, as we all know. But this has just been an incredible time, and like Santi explained to you and Brendan showed you the background, you see that video, how serious at times these are, and how important the consumer needs this message, what we do. And like all those problems that you've seen, all the financial problems, the thing that we do is we bring the solutions. Because people are working hard, trying to raise a family, trying to make ends meet, and don't really have nobody coaching them and helping them with these concepts here. So I'm going to talk about some of these money management mistakes, or some of these solutions that we provide, and looking at some of this. First of all, you're going to make a fortune in your lifetime. A lot of times people think that, heck, I'll start saving when I make more money, or I'll get out of debt, I just need to make more money. Well, if you look at this example here, you're going to earn a fortune in your lifetime over a career. If you look at this, take somebody making $30,000 a year, you're going to make $1,200,000 from age, say, 25 to 65. If you make $40,000 a year, it's $1,600,000. $50,000 a year, it's $2 million. The point is, it's not what you make, it's what you keep. We've all heard that before. Well, working both husband and wife, here's the numbers. You're going to make anywhere from $2.4 to $4 million over your lifetime by doing that right there, just making between $30,000 and $50,000 a year. Both of you combined between $60,000 and $100,000 a year. So if you think about that, here's some financial concepts that we teach. And first one is bypass the middleman. I always thought, like I was an electrician before getting involved in our company. And growing up, I used to race motorcycles. So if any of you were in sports, what you did is when you were like, young and in your sport, whatever you did, maybe it was football, baseball, soccer. Like in my case, I raced motorcycles from about 15 years old to 23 years old after too many injuries, and decided I got to get on with my life. So, but as far as financial knowledge, I was an electrician, and what do you think my dad did? He was an electrician, so he got me a job, and I did the same thing. I went to the credit union, I opened up an account at the credit union, and I didn't know nothing about money. I didn't know rate of return on your money. Most of us, we don't know the rate of return on our money. When we look at our bank account, we look at what? Do we look at the rate of return, or do we look at the balance? Balance. We don't pay no attention to what return we're getting. So here's what we do. We put our money in the bank. We bring home our paycheck, and we put our money in bank, credit union, whatever, insurance companies. These are where most people save their money. Well, these institutions, they take our money right out the back door, and they reinvest it, and they loan it back to us at 10%, 12%, credit cards maybe 18%. You miss a few payments, it might be 28%, stuff like that, right? And so they're using our money. Now I want you to think about this a second. Where does the bank get their money? From the consumer. So we give our money to the bank, they use it, and they reinvest it and loan it out. Well, makes sense, right? Well, what we do is, now you need a checking account. You got to pay your bills. You need a little money in your account. But as far as in saving long term, we teach people how to bypass these institutions and get their money working for them. Does that make sense? So the thing is growing up, I never. Now when I started the business, this was 27, 28, 29 years ago. I never heard of mutual funds. Most people never heard of mutual funds 25 years ago. Today, mutual funds are a household word. Everybody knows it. Everybody's heard of mutual funds. But the majority of people still don't understand them. And then when I started learning a little bit, I thought you needed to have a lot of money. Well, here's an example. Today, as of at the end of 2012, there's $10.6 trillion in bank accounts. Getting anywhere from 0.5%. If you have a lot of money in your account, you might get maybe 1, maybe 1.5, maybe 2%. Probably not, though. So think about this. there's a very, very important concept. It's called the rule of 72. So I want you to think about this. $10 trillion. This concept, the rule of 72, without having a fancy calculator, financial calculator, a simple formula to show you how compounding interest works, is you take whatever interest rate you're earning on your money, you take 72 and you divide it by the interest rate. So for example, if you're getting 3% on your money, 3%, 72 divided by 3, your money would double in about 24 years. So now think, most people are getting like 0.5%. So 72 divided by 0.5% is 144 years before our money doubles. Isn't that really exciting? Isn't that amazing? 10 trillion is getting less than 0.5%. So you get 6%, your money doubles in 12 years. In 12 years, at 12%, your money doubles in 6 years. So here's an example. Let's just say you're 30 years old, you've accumulated a little bit of money by now. Let's say you did pretty good, and you saved up 20,000 bucks. $20,000 in a 2% account doubles in 36 years. So you're 30, by the time you're 66, it doubles to 40 grand. Isn't that exciting? At 6%, it's $160,000. So a pretty big difference. Okay? So $160,000 versus 40, quadruple the money. But now at 12%, most people think that if you got double the interest here, you're going to have double the money. So it'd be like $320,000. It's $1.2 million. $1,280,000. Is that incredible? Yep. So the thing about it is most people don't know this. If they knew and understood it, there wouldn't be $10 trillion sitting in the bank account. You with me? Yeah. So what we do is we help people move their money. Now, you need a bank account because you got to pay your bills and things like that. And, you know, you need a little slush fund maybe there in case of, you know, things happening around the house or emergency, or if you got teenagers, things always happen. Okay? So, did we learn this in school? No. Do they teach any of these? No. So does your bank want you to know this? No. They don't say when you go to deposit, let's say you know, sold something, a substantial something, and you go to the bank and you got 25 grand and you want to deposit, they go, oh, you shouldn't do that, you should invest it. No, they don't do that. They want to make that money. So let's say you don't have 20 grand. Okay? If you don't have 20 grand, I didn't know this, but you could put 50 bucks a month into a mutual fund. My first mutual fund I opened up at age 23. 50 bucks a month. So you know the key is to get started. And then as you make more, you can increase that 50 bucks. Well, here's an example. Would you agree that anybody that has a decent job, they could save 50 bucks a week? Yep. Is that realistic? 50 bucks a week. Yep. Now think if, just think in this country today, the financial problems. If it was just like maybe a very encouraged, maybe not a requirement, but maybe it should be a requirement. If you were like very highly encouraged to save 50 bucks a week, 200 bucks a month from age 25 to 65, here's what would happen. If you only got 3% interest on your money, it'd be $185,000 at age 65. Do you know right now, between the ages of like 54 and 65, there's 43% of this country, 43% of this entire country in this example, have less than $10,000 saved. That's almost 50% of our population in the United States have less than 10 grand. So here, just saving 200 bucks a month, getting a terrible return on your money, it's 185. If you got 6%, it's 398,000. But at 9%, it's almost $1 million. And the reason why we show you 9% is because that's the law. We can't show you anything more than that without giving you all the financial documents of a mutual fund and showing you all that. But we have funds, like one of our great funds, the Invesco Equity Income Fund. That fund has averaged 10% for 50 years. 50 years. So see, just saving a couple $100 a month would be almost $1 million. We wouldn't have no retirement problems. People could be retiring right now instead of still working at age 65. Right. All them issues. Okay, so that's a big thing. Look at the difference of 1% more. 1% more is like almost a $300,000 difference. Isn't that crazy? Yep. 1%. So is saving money important? Okay, well, the biggest reason why we find out people aren't saving enough money is they have too much debt. So we got to address that, right?